Hey, how's it going, guys? Collector Commerce here, and today we're just gonna go over some cards that I'm submitting to CGC for some bulk grading. Now we have a lot of cards here. We'll start with this leftmost one. So the whole point of this, it's going to be relatively expensive, but CGC bulk grading is about $9 or $8.10 per card if you do the premium membership. However, of course, you have to pay for shipping and all of that stuff, insuring your cards. And if you're sending in a huge amount of cards like this, even in bulk, it definitely can add up into the thousands of dollars. So we'll start with here we got Illustrator Charizard. I picked up some of these. These were the three ones I thought had the best chance of getting 9.5 or 10 at CGC. We got Blastoise and Venusaur from base set. None of these are shadowless. None of them are in great condition, but I figure I would just slab a bunch of these. Mewtwo, Raichu, Ninetales, Poliwrath, Gyarados, Hitmonchan, Magneton, Nidoking, Kangaskhan, first edition. Most of them are not first edition. This is a non-holo Flareon first edition from Jungle. Now we're in Jungle. They're kind of in order. Mr. Mime first edition non-holo, Flareon non-first edition holo, Jolteon, and with the EV Heroes set coming out, I thought these would be good to get some of the EV Evolutions card graded. Although it's probably gonna take me like 6 months to get my cards back from CGC. Who knows? Dragonite first edition fossil now, and Aerodactyl pre-release fossil first edition, Magneton holo first edition, Moltres holo first edition, and again a lot of these cards are like 7s, I'm guessing, you know, in that range. Muck first edition, Raichu first edition, but it's still probably worth getting them graded for $9, you know. Raichu non first edition but still holo. Lapras, and some of these cards again are fairly rough. Now we're into a couple cards from Team Rocket. We have Dark Blastoise with a swirl. I think, you know, not a perfect card by any means. Not a 10, probably not a 9. I was guessing something like a 7, but still, I think it's worth grading them. Another one with a swirl. This secret rare Dark Raichu, first secret rare from the Wizards of the Coast era. You can see the whitening in the corners and stuff. This one's probably the roughest card I have, but it's also a Lugia from Neo Genesis, and so it's a good card. You can see that it's fairly rough on the edges here. So probably the roughest one I'm sending to grade, but I think, you know, it's still worth just slabbing this bad boy here. He's kind of like the Charizard of Neo Genesis. Skyridge, Jolteon reverse holo. It's a pretty cool card. None of these are getting subgrades, so I'm just spending a lot of money, obviously, on grading all these cards, but not too many are getting subgrades. Then we have a Charizard from Evolutions, and this one I think somewhere around like 8.5 or 9. Not even sure it's worth grading, but screw it for like, you know, $9. So it does have this big white mark here on the bottom. Definitely not a 10. But the centering could be worse. I mean, for Evolutions, it's not that bad. Then we've got, you know, a couple other cards from Evolutions. A few. We have this M Charizard. It looks pretty good. I think I actually pulled this one myself, so it looks pretty clean. It's M Charizard, and then Misty's Determination. This one I'm actually sending partially because of how off-center it is. I'm curious what's gonna come back as, although I don't think I'm gonna get subgrades for it. But yeah, well, I'm thinking it might even be so off-center that it's like an 8.5. Even though I don't really see any other problems with the card. So that will be very interesting. And Shining Lugia, another off-center one. Shining Mew, Shining Volcanion, Donphan, Snorlax, and Lugia, the Vivid Voltage promos. And most of these look pretty clean. And that should be pretty much the first stack here. As you can see, a wide variety of everything from vintage, modern, and ultra modern, and even Japanese cards, which we're going to get into here a bit. We have Dragonite, the Game Boy promo, and this one's not in great condition. Actually has a bit of a crease on the corner, and I want to see what they'll grade it as. I was thinking somewhere around like a 7, but it's also a really cool card. Then Kanazawa Pikachu, it looks pretty clean. This is a great card also. I love it. Surfing. What is this? Playing by the Sea Pikachu, I think is what it's technically called. But yeah, Pikachu on the surfboard. Another Japanese promo. And then Shibuya Pikachu. This one has a bunch of whitening on the top edge. From eBay. Didn't show up on the listing, but you know how it is when you buy on eBay. So we'll see what that comes back as, and it's still probably worth grading it. Then I've got a kind of a section of full art trainers. Some of them I pulled myself, some I did not. This one I did not. Skyla. I like a lot of these. I think I was going to say this was like an 8. Has some edge wear, a little bit of, you know, not perfect condition, but still probably worth grading. The waifu cards, and then some of these other ones I just wanted to grade because they look like they're in good condition, and I paid so little for them. Like Pokemon Ranger. They're worth it. And then, you know, maybe another waifu here, Olivia, who honestly looks, this is a fine card here. Like, maybe not, maybe centering, but I didn't see any, centering is a little off, but you know, maybe like a 9.95 at least. Pulled this one myself. I think one of my first, it's a Vivid Voltage, I think, openings, which was very cool. Skyla, we pulled this one on one of the probably recent videos. That was awesome, and it does have that little bit of whitening here, but it's still probably worth grading it. I don't think it's going to be a 10, but you know, she's a 10 to some people, but this card's probably not. Jesse and James, I pulled this myself as well, and it looked clean, so I figured, you know. Then I've got a few amazing rares that we pulled here. Reshiram's, and I don't think they're in great condition, but Yveltal. They look great though. And we got Charmeleon, traded for this one. He's looks pretty decent. Here's another Charizard. This one's from Hidden Fates, I believe. Looks pretty clean. This one I pulled myself from Battle Academy. It looks decent. The centering's off a bit, but we pulled this from Cosmic Eclipse. Brexen and Charizard looks decent. And also pulled this from Team Up way back. And it looks pretty good. Umbreon, another EV card. I think I got this in a collection. Some of these cards were actually from collections I bought, and some were not. Like this one I bought myself online, and it actually looks pretty good, so I'm gonna get it graded. This is the promo from Hidden Fates Premium Collection, and it's a very cool looking card. So Mewtwo, a new promo. So we're into the promos. A lot of these are from boxes or collections. This is from the Tag Team Tins with Mew and Mewtwo. It's a pretty cool card, and I think it's like a $25 card as of right now ish, which is more than the 10 originally sold for. And I just want to grade one. Name for this. This is the Hidden Fates Elite Trainer Box Moltres. And you might notice Champion's Path Elite Trainer Box Charizard V. Got 2 of those guys to grade. So here we got the Pikachu from the 25th Anniversary General Mills packs. Comes in every pack, not super rare, but I figured I would take the best 3 of them. Honestly, they were kind of rough. Like, there were not a lot of good ones. I took the ones I thought were the best 3, and I'm going to send them off for grading. This is the Pikachu from the McDonald's pack. We pulled this. I think it was the second video, the first and second video on the channel, where this card was the big Pokemon on campus that we pulled from there. It does have Hollow Bleed on it. Oh, you can kind of see it here. I don't know how they're going to react to that. I hope they don't dock it, because it's a pretty clean card, honestly. Next, we have the GameStop Flapple card, just very recent. Look at that swirl, too. So yeah, these were given now at GameStop when you spent $15 on Pokemon cards, and I think it was supposed to be for a specific day. And it was actually on the day I went to pick up my Battle Styles pre-orders. So I have enough of them to send them for grading. I didn't get a perfect one. Actually, some of them had hollow scratches and stuff. Here's another one with kind of a swirl. Charmander. So this is very recent. Also, the Battle Styles blister packs that just came out. I grabbed some of them, and I wanted to grade them. This one has a partial swirl. And I actually had another one that had a nicer swirl, but it had a ding in it. Again, these promo cards are just rough sometimes. They're the way they're packaged, and you know, if they're damaged in shipping or whatever. Here's the EV VMAX from the Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. Cool looking card. So those were all the cards I was planning on not getting subgrade. These were the ones I was gonna do subgrades. So this is the Vivid Voltage pre-release Charizard. I think it's a pretty clean looking one, so I'm expecting at least a 9 on that. We got the boys here, the Munch boys. Psyduck from the Munch set. These guys are gonna be gone for like 6 months, so get a look at them now. And yeah, I do have these tabs so you can kind of pull the card out if we wanted to. You can see it slides a bit, which is nice. You can see there's some dings on here. It's not a perfect card, but gonna get it graded. Eevee, fairly expensive already. It's gone up in value since I bought this one. 2 Rowlets, not too bad. I like these guys. You can also, I feel like this card's a little undervalued right now. It's because you can pick them up still for like 80 to 100, whereas Eevee is like 150 to 200, and then Psyduck's like 120 to 150. And of course, we got to finish with the boy, Special Delivery Pikachu. Picked up this one. It took me forever to get it. There's a bunch of shipping problems. It's a cool looking card, and it's a fairly clean card, so I'm expecting it to come back at least a 9, and it's got a swirl in it, which you can see right here. Definitely a cool card. And again, all these ones getting subgrades because I think they're, you know, generally more expensive cards. Kind of want to see what they grade as. It ends up being a lot of cards. When this comes back, we're going to do a reveal. I do have a sheet where I made predictions, and we'll see what happens. And also, how long it's going to take for me to get my cards back from CGC, because this is after PSA's closed their doors. The worst time I could send it, so I'm hoping I get it back in 2021 here. I think it's just a good long-term thing to have them graded, and also, if I want to trade them, it's probably a little better to trade them if they're graded than if they're raw, and probably will give me a little bit more value out of them. But yeah, the main downside to doing something like this is if it's like $9 a card, if you send off 100 cards, that's $900 right before you're shipping and all that. So it's a big risk, big upfront cost. And then the risk is that the market's different when it comes back in a negative way. You want it to come back having appreciated, but that doesn't always happen. And the market is a market. Things go up and down, just like the stock market, real estate, and everything. I feel like the CGC is going to raise their prices or have to close their doors soon. So CGC is now, after PSA doubled their prices and closed their doors, is now just going to take all of the brunt of that. And I expect CGC to raise their prices to something like $15 per card, and they might even suspend some of their services, who knows. And we're going to do a huge reveal video when we get this back. Make sure to like and subscribe. And bonus content, just want to give you guys some code cards. These are from the Charmander packs. I mean, the market is shifting already, right, to liking and appreciating grading cards, because as you know from buying cards online, like this Dragonite, did I know there was a crease in the corner when I bought it? No, it was supposed to be near mint or whatever, right? But that's what happens when you buy raw cards. So there is a lot of value in graded cards, and I see it sticking around, although it might have a bit of a rocky near future. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this collection I'm sending off to get graded. Do you think this is a good play or a bad play? Thanks for watching, guys. This is Collector Commerce here, signing off. Like and subscribe so you get notified in 6 months of all these chunks of plastic coming back. 'Cause we've got it in the sack, we're gonna profit. Like and subscribe.